What's going on, YouTube? Fuzzy Wuzzy playing in my garage again. Gonna do the one pallet challenge. My boy Brad was talking about it, I don't know, a month or so ago. And I thought I'd give it a shot. I am not a woodworker by any means. But I do have some pallets, and I am in need of some shop furniture. So, what the hell? I got this here bandsaw. It's an old Craftsman. I don't know how old. It's old. It works. There's the motor for it. Nothing wrong with it. It was given to me, and I'm tired of it sitting on the floor. You know, when it rains and that door's open a little bit, the motor gets wet, tabletop's getting rusty. And bandsaws are nice because if I got anything but metal, wood, plastic, anything at all, there's a saw sitting there. Flip it on, cut it off, do what you got to do, and you don't got to put anything away. The saw's always ready to go. Bandsaws don't care. They cut anything. So that's why I'm going to start using this thing, set it up, at least get it off the floor. That's what I'm going to be making. I'm going to be making a stand for that bandsaw. I'm going to try to replicate the stands you could buy, the metal stands. I'll put a picture of one here. I'm going to try to replicate that. The rule is 48 by 48. I got some pallets outside. Let's go see what I got. I got this pile here that's waiting to be burned. $40. That board's a little curled up, but I think I'm close enough to 48 that they can call it good enough. So 40 by 48, that's what I'm starting with. There you go, there's a better look at it. Let's get a better, more exact number. 48 on the nose. By roughly 40. So cool, this guy will work. I would really like to do some type of joinery. I don't think that's in the cards because this type of project doesn't need any type of fancy joinery, and I don't have a table saw to do it or a router, so it is what it is. Here's my weapons of choice. I don't have a lot of woodworking tools, mostly saws. I'm probably going to be using this chop saw the most. Just a generic off-brand guy. Circular saws, maybe. Sawzall, definitely. Let's get this pallet cut up. Since I don't care about aesthetics so much as I care about functionality, I'm just going to cut all the nails. Fuck. Alright, that's what you're left with. Sorry, the batteries died when I was cutting it up, and I didn't notice. I wasn't looking at the camera. That's all the wood you're left with. Man, let me tell you what, the quality of this pallet wood is just terrible. It's not very good. But what are you gonna do? It'll work. You just gotta be conscious of what you're doing here. So I went along, and it's going to have 4 legs, right? The legs are going to be kind of like that. They're going to be L-shaped. So I went along and I paired it up, pairs of boards that are the same size. So that's going to be a leg, that's going to be a leg, that's going to be a leg, and these 2 boards are going to be legs. So all this wood right here is spoken for. That leaves me with all this and that. Let me get this shit out of here. So that leaves me with all this wood. These wider boards, I think I'm going to use for the top to put underneath those feet. Oh yeah, I put the bandsaw up here. So that leaves me with one of these boards to make the upper perimeter apron, I guess you would call it. I don't know. But first things first is I got to get the angles worked out. And I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to do that. I'm going to have to do some thinking. In the meantime, you guys think about this bandsaw. If somebody could... Let me get a light. If somebody could date this guy for me, that would just be fantastic. I believe it's a Craftsman. Yeah, no idea how old it is. If you know, keep me posted. So I got my first pieces cut. This is the... You see? These are going to be the boards that go around, you know. This is going to be the top where the fucking bandsaw is going to sit. My angle is 11 degrees. And I came up with that angle by doing this. Let me show you. I came up with 11 degrees by putting this on the flat part of the base and then holding my board parallel with my little angle finder until the feet were kicked out enough that I thought, yeah, that looks alright. That's pretty much how I came up with 11 degrees. And that's a mistake. I fucked that board up. So I'm down one board. But I have wood glue. This shit right here. And I'm going to glue and screw this shit together to give me a rectangle. Oh, fuck! I just broke that drill bit. I really don't like using drywall screws because it's not drywall. And I know these guys they're pretty hard screws. They like to snap. But it's all I have. And I'm not going to go out and buy more screws. Yeah. So I got me a rectangle there, and I'm trying to figure out these legs. Trying to think in my head how I can cut it so that that angle is going to be flat with the ground. I think I could just screw them all together, glue it and screw it together, you know, at a 90-degree angle like that. Put them all in, put the table on the ground, and then just draw a line. And then put them in my saw and cut them together. I don't know, let me play with this a little bit. I think I can get it. But first thing I gotta do is assemble all these leg pieces. There you go, you got 4 legs assembled. A little too much glue on that guy, but let all this shit dry up. Come back in a little bit. Ta-da! Looks a little weird now, but she'll come together. The angle on the floor, I think I'm going to cut that last. I'm not too happy with how wide it is at the base. I wonder if I could do anything about that. Perhaps 11 degrees was too much. Oh well, nonetheless, let's finish this and see how it turns out. You never know. I'm going to make the rails for the bottom of it, you know, around the mid-length there, something for that electric motor to sit on. Just gonna eyeball it here, like that height looks alright. Got a big window to hit here, so I think right about there looks good. Right in between those two nails is where I'm gonna cut. Now, nothing on this is square, level, true, yada yada yada. So for this, I'm just going to measure the distance in between these two pieces. 14 1/4. There you go. I'm going to keep going around this guy, you know, eyeballing it, gluing, screwing it. Well, there you go. Not looking too shabby. I tried to keep it a little symmetrical, you know, where the cutouts are for the forks. I tried to at least get them in the same spots on each side. There and there. That'll work. Let's put some wood on the top. I just need 2 pieces right here because that's where the feet is. I only have 2 feet. So, this big flat board right here will work. I'll probably just go like that. Cut off that end because it's starting to split a little bit. Screw it, glue it, call it good. She's looking suitable. The only thing I got left is to square up the bottom there. And the easiest way I think I can do that is with that level. After you go all the way around, that's what that leaves you with. I got to take a punch, knock out the nail holes, and I think I'm going to do this with my circular saw. Cool. God, hope I don't run one of those fucking things over. There you go. They're just little guys. There's really no good way to do this. There you go. I'll take it. She ain't too wobbly. good enough for the girls I go out with. Let's get that saw on there. I don't know, the cutting height's a little tall for my liking. I don't know, we'll try it out. I can always cut more off the legs, it ain't hard. But that's cool, man. I got plenty of room for the belt to go through in here. Yeah, I think this is gonna work out okie dokie. Couple of bolts through there. We're good. This, however, is the end of the pallet video because this is where the woodworking stops. I need to start working with some metal now to set up that motor and make adjustments for it. But the stand itself, I give her an A for effort. She ain't pretty, but shop furniture ain't supposed to be. Link in the description to the pallet rules video. And thanks for watching, YouTube. Peace. Oh yeah, almost forgot this. There you go. Atta kid.